Good morning, this is Elpus Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week. Today we have Wednesday, and today I like to finish up reading for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And this reading here is for Capricorn. Welcome, Capricorn. I only displayed 3 cards because the other cards I need for the reading, because the text is on the back of the card. And today I try to do a different reading by using fortune-telling cards, spells to raise hell cards, and also I'm going into astrology by using the Zodiac signs for a profile and a ritual. So let us start the reading. Capricorn, you got from the magic art of fortune telling the card, the history of dowsing. We already heard about dowsing in some readings, and now we learn about the history of dowsing. The practice of dowsing has existed for hundreds of years, and, so it is told here, originated in Germany during the 16th century, when people would use dowsing rods to locate some water and minerals. Martin Luther, a Reformation theologian, he listed dowsing as a form of occultism during the 16th century, but many Europeans, they continued to practice dowsing despite the stigma that Martin Luther put on that practice. Dowsing became very popular later in the United States during the late 19th century and early 20th century, when the ranchers and the settlers headed west and then would use dowsing rods to find water and oil on their properties. The practice is sometimes used to find people after an avalanche and is still used today by some farmers to locate a water source on their land. The next card is the spells to raise hell card, and that one is the greatest one-word spell. And it is claimed and often said that the word no is a complete sentence. And it is true, those 2 letters, no, together make one of the most powerful spells that exist here on earth. By practicing saying no, you are paying attention to your own desires, and in turn you can examine whether you have actually meant all the times that you have said yes, instead the word no. And yes allows you to be giving and nurturing, but the magic of the word no summons other positive qualities, because with it you can be assertive, protective, or discerning. Like a lot of spells, invoking the word no can have a profound effect on other people. Some may respond with frustration or even anger, but in our experience, the spell may also help your loved ones to better attune to what you want to say. Yes, instead to. So first, you say no to make clear what you really need, and then you can later say yes. And that will make your use of the word yes even more powerful and more special. Other ways of saying no, that could be, that will not be possible, or I cannot promise this, or I appreciate you asking, but I rather will not consider this. And now we come to the Illuminated Tarot deck, and out came the King of Diamonds. And the King of Diamonds is in other decks the King of Pentacles. The King of Diamonds is full of generosity. You find happiness in nature and or in spirituality, and the King brings abundance into your life. This King is strong, masculine, and likes to take charge. He is full of ambition, and he is taking responsibility for all his actions. So now we come to the Golden Future Oracle deck. That is a very unusual card deck because it only talks about a time still to come. So the time is not yet here, but it is prophesied that such a time eventually will come to us here on earth. And that time is called the Golden Age. And the guidebook explains it. A golden age is when every person, animal, tree, plant, and the land itself radiates a golden aura. Gold is the color of peace, harmony, and abundance, love, and wisdom. And in a common golden age, the air and the water, they will be pure, and there will be nutritious food for everyone on earth. New spiritual technology will support us, providing limitless, ecological, and free power. And in fifth dimensional consciousness, everything we need will come to us automatically and effortlessly, and we will all be attuned to the spiritual worlds. And in that golden age, no one works in jobs that we know today. Everything will be completely different. Most jobs, they will be done by robots, and humans, they can truly follow their talents and be happy without doing labor that really does not make them happy. And the card that came out for Capricorn is called Work Satisfaction. Seek that which fulfills your soul. In the golden future, there will be no employment as we know it today, and there will also be no money. Advanced spiritual technology will mean that everyone will be free to do what gives them soul satisfaction. Those who love painting, growing food, or cooking, they now will do so. And those whose delight is in teaching, inventing, healing, or in driving certain transports, they will freely and joyfully volunteer their services. Offering such services to others bring joy, and they include higher consciousness, and the service work will bring its own fulfillment to everyone participating. So the people's needs will be met by a caring fifth dimensional community. Everyone will be considered equal and will happily contribute to the well-being of the whole. And everyone will also honor and appreciate each individual's free choice. In such a golden future, people will do only that which gives them a sense of fulfillment and of happiness. The guidance says here that receiving the card in your reading suggests that you bless and give thanks for all the good things in your life. So look for the divine in all situations and people so that you can find joy in all you currently do. And then take time to consider what really fills you with a sense of fulfillment, peace, and soul satisfaction. When you are clear what to do, then ask Lady Portia, the goddess of liberty, who was a high priestess in a temple of liberty in Atlantis, to set you free, to set you free of all the chains and all restrictions, so that you can be mentally and emotionally free. Ask her to place this vision in your heart so that you can attract it from the universe, and then see yourself totally at liberty to follow your joy. Finally, take responsibility for your happiness. Consciously but honorably set yourself free of the people and the situations that restrict you. Take decisions to do the things that give you a feel-good factor and a life full of joy. Now we come to the signs of the Zodiac card deck, and we come to the profile, the Capricorn profile. The ruling planet for Capricorn is Saturn. The element is Earth. The quality is cardinal. Polarity is negative, feminine. And Capricorn is the ruler of the 10th house. And that relates to a position in society, some status, and important is your vocation. Virtues of Capricorn are that they are constant, ambitious, honest, loyal, confident, trustworthy, realistic, tenacious, persistent, and strong decision makers, and they have an instinct for business. Flaws can be that they are a bit selfish, cold, dissatisfied, melancholic, proud, inflexible, a bit shy, apathic, controlling, obsessive, and materialistic. Famous Capricorns, they are David Bowie, Michelle Obama, Kate Moss, and Bradley Cooper, to name a few. Capricorn is the most ambitious and determined earth sign. Capricorns, they seek stability in life, and it is important to them to acquire a good job and foster strong relationships to achieve such stability. Does this mean that they are cold and calculating? That they are cold and calculating? Yes and no. It is not that they are cold. It is that Capricorn's personality is somewhat ironic and cynical, not for everyone. They tend to be emotionally closed off. This does not mean that they do not have feelings, rather that they feel everything so much that they do not want to be hurt in any way. And to gain their trust, you will need to show them your feelings through your actions. They are very demanding, but that is because they are also very giving. The status is very important to the Capricorns. They are not social climbers, but they prefer to connect with people who are at their level in great effort seeking, dedication, and strength. The ritual that the Capricorn can do now is asking for protection and calmness. And you need for that sandalwood, incense, a natural purple amethyst stone, and some linden tea. And the method is in a safe and in a ventilated space. Light the sandalwood incense and place the amethyst to its right and prepare making the tea. Repeat the following phrase 7 times. I want to be as calm as possible to carry out my purposes. I am strong and resilient. Then drink your tea while the incense burns completely down. So say 7 times, I want to be as calm as possible to carry out my purposes. I am strong and resilient. And then enjoy drinking your tea and watch the incense burning completely down. And the last card is from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and out came a special card, a spirit card, the Phoenix. The Phoenix is freedom from any suffering and past karma, and then reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It does not mean running away from that past, denying it, or even to burn the bridges with some rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through the practice and through dedication, tapas. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize that we have been suffering too long and something has to change. And we take a stand and we decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and of aversions. And at that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us to burn through our baggage. We no longer run away from who we are, what has happened to us or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight is falling into the ashes, and the lightness and the clarity can now emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that was not there before, so look closely, because it is a sign that a fire of transformation is upon your wings. The Phoenix card relates to the first chakra, and the ancient yogis, they believed that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is also called Muladhara, or our root. Muladhara, or our root. And the ascent of the phoenix begins right here. And as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash toward the navel center. And again, it makes this journey from first to the third chakra, purifying our essence and freeing us from our past. That was the reading for you, Capricorn. Thank you very much for listening. Wishing you a beautiful day today and a nice week. I'm sending lots of love out to you. Take care and goodbye.